I counted down already. What are you waiting for?
Hi, everybody! Happy birthday, Friday!
Who are you? I'm the Serene Azurean.
Anyhow, hey everybody, happy birthday, Friday! Azurean's got a bow. And we're doing a review of the new, hopefully that wasn't terrible on the microphone. We're doing a review of the...
Hit the microphone?
No, don't hit the microphone. Okay. We're doing a review of the new movie in the Predator series called Prey.
Prey! As I understand, MC Hammer is rather partial. He wrote a song about it, somehow decades before the movie was released.
Is he still alive?
MC Hammer? Yeah, he is. He went back to, he's not doing the music career so much anymore. He's focusing more on being a pastor.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What he originally, or preacher? I'm sorry, whatever he was before. I apologize. I'm not.
This is a Hulu exclusive, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it came out.
Hulu
It came out earlier this summer. We finally got around to watching it.
This summer being 2022.
Yes. It's still 2022 as of this video.
Ah.
If you're watching it in 2023, we meant last year. So, yeah, this is it fair to say this is a prequel?
Yes, it is a prequel. It doesn't do anything. It actually reinforces the canon to some degree. But yes, it does not step on the toes of the future, although it does negate one of the comic book storylines, it seems.
Indeed. Would seem to be, anyway.
But yeah, it is an interesting... I liked it. It is... I think it hasn't been out long enough that we can have spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do light spoilers here, and we can do heavy spoilers later.
Okay, well, did we mention it was July 21st?
No, I mentioned it came out this
21st.
summer, but yes, thank you.
But yes, the cast is primarily indigenous people.
Indeed.
It does center around the Comanche tribe, or a Comanche tribe, sorry, and it is it has been filmed in both American English and in a lot of the obviously not every single character spoke Comanche as well. So there are two different audio tracks.
And it's also the very first movie to be released in Comanche.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we opted to watch the only version we were aware of
at the time,
which was the American English dub. And it was quite wonderful. I enjoyed it.
The movie does an interesting job of making the point that you're hearing them translated into language you can understand. As it starts off where you hear the Comanche language, and then it just transitions into being spoken in English. And there's characters they meet later on who imply that they're speaking their native language. And so it's like, oh, okay, so it's making it clear that this is meant to be the Comanche language that they're speaking, and they're not just speaking English for no reason, like certain Disney princess movie about a Native American girl who's just can speak English through magic. It never really made a whole lot of sense. But yeah, so there you go. The movie is about a young Comanche girl who is supposed to be or as far as the tradition of her tribe, supposed to be a healer and just a gatherer, but she wants to be a hunter, and she is she's practicing her skills for when she takes the test to become a hunter.
Yes. So even though that it is not traditional for female in their tribe to be a hunter, they are still giving her a chance. Nobody believes in her.
Yes.
So indeed. It's more like just humor her till we get this over with.
It might be the case. It
certainly felt that way to me.
So the one thing I wondered is whether or not that was accurate if they actually did if a woman did want to become a hunter, if they would actually let her, no matter what her skill level would be. I don't know, like I just get the feeling that back in the olden times, women folk were just not given the respect that they deserved.
Very true.
And so if they were progressive enough to even consider letting a woman be a hunter if she had the skill, that's something that was a little bit of a questionable thing. I wouldn't be sure. I'd have to look into that, because it's a completely foreign concept to me, as I know very little about Native American culture to know if they held similar standards as far as the male-female relationship in society that the white folk that I am familiar with did, But in any case, it's a movie. If that's how the movie says things go, then that's how they go.
Spoilers! Let's do spoilers.
Okay, you want to get into spoilers? Sure.
We're gonna. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet,
definitely recommend you watch it. If you're adventurous enough to watch it in the Comanche language, go right ahead. They even filmed scenes entirely without dialogue. They did like 3 different versions. They worked with dialogueless and voiced scenes. So the movie is very well made. Can't recommend it enough if you have seen any of the Predator films. If you're into this sort of genre, it is a fairly violent movie. It's about hunters and being hunted. So there you go.
Yeah,
definitely recommended from both of us.
Very beautiful scenery as well.
Indeed. Do you remember where they said they filmed?
I just remember it was in Canada.
Okay.
It was a lot of the outdoor scenes were filmed in Canada.
But it's supposed to take place in Oklahoma, though, I believe, from what I remember looking up.
Oklahoma in the Alpha Centauri system.
No. She's making fun of me.
He didn't know where the movie is like, is this supposed to be Earth? I'm like, of course it's supposed to be Earth.
It's a movie about an alien. We don't know.
But in every movie.
Except the third movie.
Yeah, but in, what is it, Predators?
Yes.
They don't have a human civilization on that planet. It's only people have been transplanted, and they all knew they were transplanted.
Like, at the time, I didn't know whether or not they were, transplanted without their knowledge to an alien planet.
They were transplanted to an alien planet. They looked exactly like ours, so they didn't know.
Did not the alien planet in Predators look like Earth? Did it look that foreign-looking?
In the other movie?
Yeah, in Predators.
In some scenes, yeah.
Only in some. Okay.
Yeah, only in some.
Anywho, so about Prey, we're gonna get into spoilers. So thanks for watching. If you can't watch the spoilers part, like I said, definitely recommend it if you've seen any of the Predator movies in the past.
They all die. Come on, that's a generic spoiler. It's not real. It's not real. They don't all die.
Anywho, so thanks for tuning into the spoiler section. Yes, in this case, the Predator that comes to Earth here is a first-time visitor. The first scenes we see him, he is exploring the wild and finding different animals that are predator and prey to each other. And there's a few animal kills in this movie.
Yes. Yeah, he's not sure. This particular predator has never been to Earth and is unaware of what life forms are on there and what ones are the top predators.
Yes.
He does find out. Spoilers, we're already in the spoiler section, but he does find out that it's people. Soylent Green is people.
But yes, like his whole, like, if you're unaware, you know, like you're watching this spoiler section because you don't care. Predators are always looking for a challenge in the hunt. And in this movie, there is a snake that he kills, a wolf, and a grizzly bear. But speaking of which, we saw a trailer for the upcoming what was it, cocaine bear, or whatever it was called.
Bear, which is, when it says based on a true story, you could pretty much ignore it. Yes, there was a bear that did eat cocaine out in the wild. And it got sick and died almost immediately. But this movie is more like a what if. What if this bear didn't get sick and die almost immediately and instead became a murderous, rampaging bear?
Indeed.
With some funny, oh, it's high. Oh, no, it's killing me. Now it's high again.
Yeah.
It looks dumb as hell, but, I mean, maybe that's what you're into.
Yeah. But the only reason I bring it up is as this bear antagonist shows up for a decent chunk of the movie, is spent with this bear being the threat to both the human protagonist and a target of the predator. And, you know, I think that I heard that it's entirely CGI. I thought it looked like so real. I would never have guessed that it wasn't really there.
Most of the animals were entirely CGI, and unlike Tsukonko, I honestly thought they looked like CGI.
Oh.
I actually don't have a problem with it, though, because for two reasons. One, the CGI is really, really good.
Indeed.
I know you could say, well, it would be better if you couldn't tell. Sure.
I couldn't tell.
But at the same time, even if you can tell, it's like, well, I know that a real animal isn't being hurt here.
Indeed.
It's like that reassurance. It's like in
and you don't have.
Eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to have two rubber dogs having their heads slammed together.
Yes.
Very unrealistic looking.
And then throw off to the side.
In order to make sure audiences at home know that real dogs were not hurt during the making of this scene. Instead, you can just be like, all the animals were not really there.
Yeah, so it is a certain level of comfort there. That bear kill was totally amazing. It was the first time that the character of Naru got to see. She's our main character, by the way. The first time she really got any sort of significant glimpse at what the predator was, because he's cloaked for a good portion of the movie.
She sees his ship coming in from space and thinks it's a sign from the heavens.
Yeah, she thinks it's some sort of a celestial event.
Yes.
And it was just a predator ship cutting through our atmosphere.
And so the whole time the predator is cloaked and visible to the naked eye. This creature that she can't see is like a god of some kind. She doesn't know what it is, and for the longest time throughout the movie, she's under the impression that it cannot be killed. It is an immortal being.
Which brings up one of the we should also state that she was actually, when she's trying to prove herself as a hunter, they're actually hunting a mountain lion. Or a cougar. That is actually the main thing that she's trying to find to prove herself, and she fails. She assists.
Well,
she assists.
Yes.
And through her actions, they're eventually able to get it. What were we saying? There was one really beautiful throwback line. Because she believes that and there's a lot of little winks and nods, mostly to the original movie, but a few for the second, where she assumes it's a god. It can't be killed. And her brother, who apparently the character doesn't even have a name, he says, if it bleeds,
we can kill it.
We can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah. I think he states it bleeds. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Something like that. And that was taken directly from the first movie. It's not the first line. I think it might be the first line, but it's definitely not the last line. Oh, there was another scene where she's in a field with another one of the tribe's members, and he quietly just shushes her, and
he does that, right?
Well, yeah, but that specifically when he shushes her, it is the way he does it without the head grabbing thing, it's a reference to the first Predator movie as well, when the one native character is looking off into the woods.
Which, that was one thing that I've heard a lot of people were disappointed by the original Predator movie, is that the Native American member of the squad didn't really get shown his facing off against the Predator.
Yeah, you never get to see it. He just dies off screen. And he's going one-on-one with the Predator, and this movie was a way of kind of making up for that. Yeah.
So as I recall, like he takes his knife and like marks his chest as a way of like showing off how macho he is to the Predator as he's like getting ready to take him on, and he just dies off screen.
Yeah.
So in this movie, one of the natives actually does have their chest cut like that as a way to attract the creature, as they don't know what it is, but they're like trying to lead him into a trap type of thing by like having the native tied up with the blood coming in the air. So that is another reference to the original.
Yes, indeed. Oh gosh, there's a few others. She ends up covered in mud.
And she even figures out that he can't see things that are too cold.
Yeah.
Apparently, she has like some sort of Native American thing that is able to lower your body temperature.
Yeah.
And she
lowers your vitals.
She uses that a couple of times in the movie, and that's when she realizes that he can't see things that are cold.
Yeah. And she.
Whereas, didn't Arnie like figure it out by accident?
He does find out he finds out offhand that he can't see me because kind of the same way. He kind of finds out in the same manner, because at first it doesn't recognize it, so later on he purposely makes himself too cold. That's kind of what happens here. She doesn't know, and she sees evidence of it, and she tests it out, and then finds out, hey. She also makes this really cool axe weapon with a string, so she can keep pulling it back. Yes.
But yeah, if you're familiar with God of War, it was similar to God of War. It was a blade on, instead of a chain, it was a rope. So she was able to throw it and then pull it back with the rope. So she was like doing this thing.
And then the Predator starts picking off tribes members. They all like put up a good fight. They actually, when they're fighting another group of people, they all get their asses kicked. When they're fighting the Comanches like can't even see a good portion of him, and they're still kicking his ass, which is pretty great.
Yeah, the fight scenes in this are definitely really, really well done.
They run into a bunch of buffalo that have been slaughtered by what appeared to be men, or possibly a predator, but you could see like the bullet holes in their heads.
Oh,
and
I did not.
find out that it was a bunch of traveling, hunting Frenchmen.
Yes,
French people.
Fur trappers.
Yes, and they're just after pelts. So, and they end up being various levels. They're all bad, but some are worse than others.
Indeed.
One of them's able to speak Comanche, so we hear him in American English, and he says, "You're Comanche, right?" So then you know, even without knowing the Comanche language, you're like, okay, they're supposed to be Comanche from Alpha Centauri. So his... No, I'm just kidding. But, the Comanche from Oklahoma. So it's like there's all these little things here that just show how amazing. I know it's a sensationalized movie, but the Comanche warriors in it are so dang cool. They are just so cool. They kick so much butt. They get captured by other humans. They get freed. Humans are slowly picked off. Like I said, the Comanches kick butt. So all the hunters die pretty quickly.
Despite there being only the one predator in the movie, the fight scenes are very numerous. So
yes, and there's plenty of nods to the original. It feels a lot more like the original, where in the original movie he's in the jungles, and
I would say
people are trying to figure him out.
I would say watch the original Predator and then watch this one.
Yes.
The sequel, while its own thing is a little dated.
Yeah.
The original movie is timeless.
It still
the
holds
sequel
up pretty
is
well.
dated very heavily.
Yeah, the only thing that really kind of dates the first movie, which is not as significant for people who aren't in the service, is that the vehicles and weapons and uniforms, they would all look dated. to people who are actively serving.
Okay, I mean, that's not exactly what I meant.
Yeah, there's a boom box. There's a giant old boom box.
I just meant that it
Yeah,
the
that's what I
movie
meant. I know. I'm just saying. I'm not
holds up,
negating.
whereas the sequel it takes place in the future of like 1997 or something.
I'm not negating that. I'm just saying
it's
that
a little bit of a weirdness there.
Yeah, the second one was this older, but the first one did have a few things that dated it. Just visually, it's like, but again, not a slam on your take on it.
Okay. But anyhow, I think, is there anything else we have to say? Did we talk about
Everybody dies. The blood is made with glow sticks.
Yes, the predator blood is famously glows green, and apparently is made using glow sticks, and I forget what the other thing was, but it wasn't just pure glow stick goo.
Yeah, it was some other kind of thing that made it gooey. Or something.
But yeah, I'm not sure if that was always what they used or if that was just what they used for this movie, but I did think that was fairly interesting.
The majority of the cast is, as we said, it's native and also not mainstream.
Yes,
so,
they're all going to be up and coming actors. Yeah, so hopefully they end up getting having careers.
Yeah. So the main character is Amber Midthunder. Beautiful, very beautiful actress. The Predator was actually played by Dane DeLigro. I don't know how to say the name.
Let's see, where is it?
the second one in.
Oh, Dane DeLigro.
Yeah, okay. So we don't know. We have no idea.
We're not sure. Sorry. We're sorry if you're somehow watching this.
He played a couple characters in a couple other movies.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was
how does it say how tall he is?
He was in Free Guys. He was in Guardians.
Does it say how tall he is?
Oh gosh, he is 6'8", and he is actually at 6'8". He is still shorter than the original. Yes. One of the shortest actors to play a Predator,
which is fairly remarkable. You'd think, oh, that's really tall. It's like for Predator, still short.
Right. So then we also have Dakota Beavers, Michelle Thrush, Stephanie Mathias, Harlan Blaine. Oh,
huh?
I'm not going to say all the names. Look, there's a lot of people. Oh, here's one called Mike Patterson. The Sung King. Like I said, not every single character was actually native, but there were a lot.
I mean, we said earlier, there were French trappers, so that might have been
but some of the Comanches.
I'm pretty sure this guy was the notable guy at the end of the movie.
Yeah. But
the beard.
But even some of the Comanches were not actually natives. But Nelson was, there's a lot of people that you will not know from anything.
And there were also people who worked behind the camera that were native.
Yes, that is true.
The director sadly was not native, but he wanted to make sure to work with as many natives as possible to make sure the movie was authentic to their native culture. So got anything else to add?
That's everything.
All right then.
They all die. Wait a minute. The gun from Predator 2.
Yeah.
Earlier in the movie.
We had that gun we could have brought in for this.
It's not the right kind. It's not the right kind. Well, it's
close enough.
It's closer than my compound bow and arrow.
I should have thought of that, darn it.
But it is, there's a scene where one of the French guys, he survives with one of his legs being cut off. He needs medical attention, so he offers to teach our main character of Naru how to use a gun if she would provide medical service. Now, ultimately, he still gets killed, but she learns to use the gun, and it becomes obvious, if it wasn't earlier, that it is the gun that Danny Glover's character gets at the end of Predator 2.
Which it's not explained how it ends up there, as he was gifted it by the Predators.
Yes.
But it's possible they intend for there to be a sequel to this movie.
Or it's just a cool nod.
Yeah.
But in the comics, the sign it came from a pirate.
Yeah.
It had a whole other really cool story. But you know what? This is fine too. This story was great. It was original, as far as we know. And it was just a lot of fun and a lot of nods, wink and a nod to the better Predator movies. I loved it. I thought it was wonderful.
I did too.
If it was any more wonderful, we would have to change his name from Prey to Tsukonko.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's going to do it for this video. Tune in to twitch.tv/transientplay, twitch.tv/Tsukonko for our streams. And yeah, Christmas is only a couple days away, so have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And if you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yes, yes. We just celebrated Solstice a couple days ago.
Yeah, we did.
All
yeah,
right.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy Birthday Friday. Bye-bye.